What's up, YouTube? Got a yo-yo review to do today. This is the MagicYoyo Stealth. So, MagicYoyo Stealth, you'll be well aware, came out way back in 2016. Now, MagicYoyo has done several runs of this, and there is a new run on its way to your favorite yo-yo stores, and this is one of the colorways of the new run. And gotta say, I was mistaken by neglecting this yo-yo in the past. So before we talk about it, let's get into the specs, shall we? So this was designed in China by MagicYoyo, machined in China at MagicYoyo, released in 2016 with a 56.09mm diameter. Has a 44mm width. Trapeze width is 41mm. Has a, or no, well, I don't know what that means. 41. Anyway, shape is a step round, kind of a bell shape, very sort of reminiscent of the MagicYoyo N12 Shark Honor, or kind of like a less cut up, I guess, CLYW, sort of. It's kind of got that CLYW organic-y feel to it a little bit. It is stainless steel rings with a 70-75 aluminum body. That's important, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Comes with a size C center track bearing. Comes apart, and standard MagicYoyo, it's the clear pads that they've been using more recently. Comes in this box. It's the MagicYoyo and Yo style. Let's say Yo. It says Yo style somewhere on here. Maybe not. Anyway, oh, it says it on here. MagicYoyo. Yo style stealth. I don't know what Yo style means. I think it's their like higher end yo-yos is MagicYoyo and Yo style. I don't know why they're branded that way, but I guess that to separate them from like the super budgety $10 ones, but who knows. So this thing's awesome. I hadn't played much with a stealth. I think the only stealth I had played with prior to this one was one of the ones that was all shiny and polished, and I hate that finish. I hate it a lot, so it really immediately turned me off. This one's only polished in here, and it kind of just gives it a nice pop. You don't really need to be in there very much, but this isn't a place where I'd want to be putting my hand, because I don't like the way that feels. But other than that, this is a nicely blasted, super harsh bead blasted. Not harsh in a bad way, harsh in a like, it's got a nice grind, soft grind finish. Bead blast. And it just overall looks great. I'm really digging the new colors, this one in particular. I was contacted by MagicYoyo, and they said, hey, we noticed you hadn't reviewed a stealth yet. We got new colors dropping soon. Would you like to review one? I said, of course I would. They let me pick a color, and here it is. So thank you to MagicYoyo for this gorgeous stealth. Now that being said, I really shouldn't have passed this up in the past. This thing is phenomenal. Very reminiscent of the way bimetals were designed back in 2016, kind of clamping the ring on the end here. I kind of initially thought, well, I didn't really like the Yo-Yo Factory Nightmare. This kind of looks like a Nightmare. I'm just going to pass. This improves on everything that the Nightmare was bad about, and this is way better than the Nightmare. I wish the Nightmare played like this, but it didn't. So 70-75 aluminum is important because, as you'll notice, there's no nipple, and this cup goes deep, which means this axle is short. But it's 70-75 aluminum, so not having much trouble, not worried about stripping it, which is great. The rings are clamped to the end, not my favorite kind of the way bimetals are designed, but this is kind of the way they did it back in like 2016, and it's still a very solid design. I think the rest of the yo-yo being 70-75 aluminum kind of makes the weight distribution a little better, because usually that just clamping it to the end makes it really like powerful and stable, but at the same time kind of plays stiff. The 70-75 aluminum adds, because it's a little bit of a heavier aluminum, kind of adds a little bit to the rest of the yo-yo, making it play a little bit less stiff. But I mean, overall this thing's great. It's a nice budget price at like 50 bucks, and for your first bimetal, or if you're looking for a bimetal that like is really going to help you through those advanced tricks, because it's going to spin longer and also be a lot more stable, this is a great one for it, because 70-75 aluminum is super durable because it's harder and heavier, and I mean, this is just a solid designed yo-yo. But probably enough about me rambling on about it. Let's go ahead and throw it around. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright guys, we are back with the MagicYoyo Stealth. So first thing you're going to notice when you throw this thing is very powerful, very quick, very light. Nice light 65 grams. Effortlessly floats through the string. Rejects very well as well. Spins forever and is incredibly stable. Decent sized gap as well. If you get a bunch of wraps in there, it doesn't get snaggy. And I love these response pads. Nice response. Very snappy. No issues with the response pads. Quick yo-yo as well. You can really do whatever you want with it. It stays on plane. Good size too. It's not as wide as yo-yos of like 2018 are. They didn't make them as wide, well, as often as wide in 2016. So this one, sort of that more standard size, that standard width, but still plenty wide, and it's kind of a nice V shape. So you do get a lot of space. The grind finish is very nice. They put a good bead blast on the center here, which is great. And no snagginess. The bearing is very solid. Just, I mean, a fun yo-yo to play. Really fun yo-yo to play. Like I said, the response pads are great. Thumb grinds, it can definitely do. Although it kind of feels weird to grind against your thumbnail because that, like, aluminum is shiny. Feels a little weird, but I mean, there's no problem. Like, there's a lip there, you can get it. Finger spins, especially on the shiny ones, not so good. But this was kind of designed pre-super finger spin yo-yos, so like, it's kind of got a very similar cup to where the Horizon had. So if you can finger spin on the Horizon, you can finger spin on this. I can't really finger spin on the Horizon. I prefer something that kind of locks in my finger, like a little wall or something, and this doesn't have that. But not really a finger spin yo-yo, and mine's got like a shiny finish on the inside, so I can't really finger spin mine. It just gets kind of snagged on my finger, and I don't really have a fingernail to finger spin it on. So no real finger spins, at least not from this color, but I wouldn't buy this for finger spins. There's plenty of yo-yos for that. This is just a great budget bimetal for beginners, intermediate players. This is like a great practice yo-yo. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to help you get through and learn new tricks. It's going to help a lot because it spins really long, it's very stable, and you can go quick with it, you can go slow with it, it's very controllable. I mean, like I said, this is sort of the, like, if it's going to be your first bimetal, this would be a great first bimetal because it's really going to help your play a lot. Everybody, both Kai Zizin and I got this right before I went to Yo-Yo Club, and I opened it up, and Kai and I were playing with it. He was like, I really like this, and I was like, yeah, me too. So we both agree this is a great bimetal, and MagicYoyo really did a good job with this one. I thought the collaboration with SpinGear was their best one. I think I'm wrong. I think this is absolutely the best one. Because MagicYoyo Stealth is great. But let's go ahead. We will throw it on the desk. I'll take it apart, and we'll do pros and cons. Alright guys, we are back on the desk with the MagicYoyo Stealth. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy apart, shall we? So, kind of tough to get apart, little tight, but comes apart well enough. No real issues. Pop it apart there. Pretty short axle in there. I think mine's stuck. I'm not going to try to rip it out. but no signs of strippage, which is good. I've opened this a few times. No signs of stripping. Solid threads, but it does have a rather short axle, but that's the 7075 aluminum kind of compensates for that, so it'll be pretty hard to strip because 7075 aluminum is pretty tough to strip. Here's the design here. You can see it's got like a step up that's all kind of rounded over. No like sharp points or edges or anything there. Everything here is very like comfortably rounded over, and it is blasted all the way in there. No real trouble. It's not cutting strings or anything. It's just like a nice soft blast. Feels really nice. Nice on grinds. Just nice on your hands. It's very cool. Center track bearing. Spins quiet, spins smooth. Has to be a 10 ball, right? I don't know. But it's very quiet, very smooth. Still spinning. Great. Good bearing. No qualms with the bearing. Great bearing. Finish is very nice. I like the splash with the acid wash and everything. I like the contrast of the shiny cup versus the blasted interior. I think that's very cool. I'm a big fan of that. But it comes in a bazillion different colors, and sometimes the cup's blasted, sometimes it's not. Goes back together pretty well. It's a little squeaky. Goes back together pretty okay. But overall, feels very solid. I'm not afraid of stripping this. I don't think there's going to be much issue. And at the super low price of $50, can't really go wrong, right? So definitely be on the lookout for when these new colors drop, because if you haven't tried a stealth, or if maybe you want another stealth because you beat the crap out of yours because you did what you're supposed to do with it when you're a beginner, is to try to learn tricks with it. Not a bad thing to have because they look nice, looks pretty in the case, plays fun as well. So let's do pros and cons. Pros, $50. I don't know, they might be like 55 or 60, but like cheap. Well below the price of your standard bimetal. Plays just like, if not better than, a lot of $100+ bimetals. So super nice on that. 7075 aluminum, extra durable. So if it's your first bimetal, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have an easy time with it. Not gonna beat it up too bad. It's gonna be able to take hits. Although because the rings are on the edge like this, try not to smack the rings too hard. You can dislodge rings. They're just press fitted on there. You would have to snap it back in, and that's going to create vibe. I didn't show you the vibe. It's not super dead smooth. Most bimetals designed in 2016 weren't. It's smooth enough. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10 for smoothness, which is pretty much as smooth as bimetals were that were designed back then in 2016, but pretty dead smooth. I would imagine I could tune it and play with it, probably get it up around 9.5, 10 out of 10 smooth, but pretty smooth yo-yo as well. For that sake, I mean, not that glass smooth like super premium $150 yo-yo smooth, but still pretty darn smooth, and gonna get you some good tricks out of it for sure. Other pros, the splashes in the new colors look great. I'm not gonna give them away. I do have a picture of them. I'm not gonna give it away. I'll let MagicYoyo do that. But this colorway is just the bomb. I'm a big fan of blue, and they use all kinds of different blues, and this just looks great. This is a beautiful yo-yo. It's so pretty, it makes me want to pick it up and play it, and I like that about yo-yos. I've been playing this thing a ton since it showed up, because it's great. Other pros, nice, comfy, sort of semi-organic shape. It's like an organic V, sort of. Very comfortable in the hand, comfortable to hold, comfortable to grind. Just a good shape for all of that. Fits your hands very well. And, that's, especially if this is a yo-yo you're going to want to play for a long period of time and play a lot, that's pretty important, and this is a great yo-yo for that. Good design overall. Not really any cons to speak of. Finger spins are going to be tough. It's not the easy, but you're not going to buy this to finger spin the yo-yo. The shiny finish looks good, but isn't great for like talon grinds or anything like that. So, if you're working on those, or that's a big part of your repertoire, try to find one of the ones with the blasted cup. There are ones with blasted cups. I like that there's variety. That's another pro. They've done so many runs of these that there's been varieties of finishes and splashes, and some are shiny, some are blasted, so they've really given everybody sort of a little bit of everything. If you like a finish a certain way, there's probably one of these with that finish for you, which is great. So kudos to MagicYoyo for the variety aspect. And I'll say it again, man, the price. Can't go wrong with the $50 price range. It's probably the best yo-yo in the $50 price range. Clearly the best bimetal in that price range. Probably one of the best bimetals up to under $100. Just really, really, overall, very nice, very well done, and I'm really digging these new colors. They look really good. This one particularly looks amazing. So we will end it on that. But yeah, brand new MagicYoyo Stealths should be dropping soon in some brand new colorways that just look magnificent. So keep an eye out for those. Pick it up whenever you get the chance to, if you be so inclined. If and when I find links, I will link them in the description of this video. But appreciate everybody's time today. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I do yo-yo videos all the time. But that's going to do for me today, guys. Cheers to you. I'll see you next time.